Hey guys, what's up? I took a long time with this because I could not figure out for the life of me what to talk about during this episode, and I decided while watching a playlist on YouTube that I would talk about traffic, but not in the traditional sense. I live now in the LA area in a town called Fullerton, or rather a city, I suppose, because it's big. But it's really hot here, like really hot. And my apartment has an air conditioner, but it's one of those window air conditioners, and it's only in the living room. And air conditioners, if you didn't know this, cost a lot of money with the electric bill. And since I'm in an apartment, got to pay for utilities. Everybody pretty much has to pay their own utilities. So my point being, I have my window open almost all of the time. And this back wall behind me with the window so graciously in view is parallel to the main road, well, the only road to access my apartment complex. Now, the thing about this road is, in that direction, there is pretty much nothing, and in that direction, there is pretty much nothing. Now, this road is one of those roads that's all windy and stuff, because it was built after the buildings were started construction. So it's a windy road with nothing on either end, and yet there's traffic 24/7 with loud ass cars and loud ass motorcycles. And it's really, I'm not gonna say it's annoying, but it's something I'm definitely not used to. What prompted this is I literally heard a motorcycle coming and coming and coming. And I timed it in Mississippi's, and it took 22 Mississippi's for that motorcycle to go from hearing it to go away. That's a long ass time, because the speed limit on this said road is 45 miles an hour. Why it's 45 miles an hour on a windy road, I do not know. But this windy road behind me, with a 45 mile an hour speed limit, hearing 22 seconds of the same motorcycle, a little bit outrageous. Now, granted, this is due to the fact that a lot of people like to have loud exhausts. With motorcycles, that is very, very reasonable. Because with a motorcycle, one of the only ways to actually identify its presence is to hear it. Considering they're small, not very noticeable. If you're on the highway, you can't really see a motorcycle in your blind spot, even if you flick your head around and turn around. Because, hey, maybe that thing between the windows, the metal, maybe that's blocking the motorcycle because they're so small. So if you can hear it, it's there, to watch out for it. But the little Mazdas and Hondas with the exhaust pipes this big, yeah, you don't need those. There is absolutely almost zero purpose to that, except for to make your car sound like it's a badass car. When in actuality, if your exhaust pipe is more than 2 inches in diameter, you're overdoing it, because pretty much nothing needs an exhaust pipe that big. I can think of semi-trucks have exhaust pipes that big, and that's it. Seriously, if the opening on the end of your exhaust is bigger than your muffler, you're doing something wrong. Because, hey, mufflers are supposed to muffle sound. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Alright, now you know. There you go. Yeah. Mufflers are supposed to be so that your car is quiet. And even if you have a decent muffler, if you stick a huge opening to the exhaust pipe on that, it ain't doing nothing. That's okay. Emergency vehicles are okay. They're okay. When I hear a horn, that's okay too, so long as it's not somebody saying, hey, the light's green. Because horns are literally only meant to be used saying, hey, either you are doing something wrong, i.e. you're driving like a fucking maniac and you need to stop, otherwise I'm going to call the police. Well, not you, but have a passenger or pull over the side of the road and call the police. Or it's either meant to say, hey, you're doing something wrong, or hey, you're about to hit me and you can't see me. Those are pretty much the only uses for a horn. Horns are not meant to say, hey, light's green, so I guess this changed from traffic to traffic laws. Whatever. But basically, it's my rant about that kind of stuff. So, yeah, traffic sounds suck. I mean, I used to live kind of close to a freeway, so I'd hear traffic noises, like what's going on right now. Right now, it's kind of ambient. It's fine. But I hate cars with loud exhaust because it's absolutely unnecessary. Motorcycles, I can tolerate. Emergency vehicles, those are fine. Horns, those are fine, as long as they're being used correctly. But please, for the love of God, or for anything and everything that is holy, or for the sake of just other people around you, or just for, you know, just for the sake of being a nice person, please, just don't make your vehicle sound unnecessarily annoying, because it's not that cool. I mean, if you want your car to sound good, have a good sounding car. Don't make your crappy car sound good through superfluous aftermarket stuff. So that's my little rant about that. I guess my only other topic I might want to talk about during this is, as I mentioned, I'm currently now living in an apartment. I moved here barely over a week ago, about 10 days ago. So, yeah, 12 days ago. Just looking at the thing on my computer. It's weird. It's really weird being someplace that you're not used to. I lived in, of course, my parents' house for a long time, for 18 years. I am not that used to being in an empty living area. I mean, I got kind of used to it last year when I would come home from school and both my parents would be at work and my brother wasn't there because he's already in college. But now it's weird because for the past 3 days, my flatmate, who I share the apartment with, I call him my flatmate because we have 7 bedrooms. He's been visiting his parents for the past 3 days. So all weekend I've had a completely empty apartment, and it's weird being alone, just being completely alone in just a completely like desolate living space aside from your own effects. Because all of his personal effects are in his bedroom, all my personal effects are in my bedroom. We mostly keep to ourselves. I mean, sometimes I'll come out to the living room and watch a TV show or a movie with him if what he's watching is interesting. I mean, he's got a big old TV set up, PlayStation. Waited for that to pass so that I could keep talking. He's got his setup up in the living room, and I've got my computer and I've got a projector right here going on my wall. So that's kind of my whole system going on. So we mostly keep to ourselves, but it's just weird to not, walk out to the kitchen and get something to drink, and there's not someone there on the couch, and the TV's not making background noise and stuff like that. It's really weird just being quiet, everything just being empty. So, I'm not homesick per se, but I'm not used to being alone. I'm not just like, oh, I want to go home, But, it's really, really different moving out and going to a new place. Like, I moved from a semi-warm climate, 60 to 75 degrees on a sunny, cloudy day. Here, sunny, cloudy day, 85 degrees. So it's commonplace pretty much everywhere you go, unless you're inside and it's super uber air conditioned. You're gonna see everybody sweating. Everybody. It's weird. Hot climates, I do not necessarily recommend them. I prefer a cold climate. Cold climates you can layer up. Hot climates, there's nothing you can do. Plus, heating is a little bit less expensive than air conditioning. Just saying that. Especially if you have a furnace built into your house and it runs off natural gas. That's pretty efficient. It's pretty cheap. Natural gas is pretty cheap. Electricity with an air conditioner, yeah, it's kind of expensive. So me and my flatmate, we do not use the air conditioner that we were provided with. Luckily, right now the fan right next to my window right here, it's blowing onto my bed where I was laying just a second ago watching YouTube on my projector. It is actually blowing cold air in from outside, which is the first cold air I have felt in the entire time that I've been here that was natural. The only other air conditioning I felt was at school, at college, and in my car. And those are the only two places I've been that have been air conditioned. And like grocery store, and that's it. So I don't know if I'm weird for not having air conditioning all over the place in a hot climate like this, but honestly here this far south I thought it would be less humid. As far as I can tell, it's hot and humid, and I don't quite get that because I'm not that close to the ocean. I mean, I'm a pretty good distance away from it. I could probably look it up and find a good 50 miles or so to the nearest ocean, or to the nearest beach, but I was closer than that where I lived before. I lived in Santa Maria, now I'm living in Fullerton, California. I'm really honestly guessing you could hear that. I have no idea what that was, but that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about before. I do not know how long this video has been. I'll just keep talking until I got nothing else to say. Alright, so it's all really new for me. I'm weirded out. I've got my first rent payment basically coming up, and rent payments are by check, and there's like utilities and stuff, and there's utilities you don't pay for that are there's utilities that are included in the rent, and there's utilities that aren't, like water, trash, and gas are included in the rent, but then electricity, and then if you have cable or Wi-Fi installed, I guess you pay the cable or cable, Wi-Fi, that kind of stuff is just your own deal, or it's already there. I don't know. I barely moved in, but electricity and then like cable, those you pay afterwards. I'm guessing electricity you get a bill for, and then you pay it from there. Because I mean, you can't really know how much electricity you use over the month unless they send you a bill for it. So I don't know. It's really confusing for the first bit while you're adjusting. I'm still not completely adjusted. I guess that's pretty much all that I've got for that topic. I just want to leave with one bit of money saving advice. I've been here for 12 days and already have saved over $100 using this. Well, saved over $100 using this. Basically, when you spend money, you round up, and when you get money, you round down. So say you go to the supermarket and you spend $42.18 on groceries. Guess what? You just spent $50. And write it down on a notepad in your phone as $50. Don't check your bank account online. Just do the overestimate, underestimate thing. So so when you start doing this, check your bank account. Say you got $2,150 in there. You have $2,000. You spent $42.18 at the supermarket. Take away $50. So now you have $1,950. Couple stuff later, let's say you're down to $1,000. You get your paycheck. Your paycheck says $1,300. You put in your notepad on your phone that I just received $1,250. You know, you round down when you get money, you round up when you spend money. Through a certain amount of time, you're gonna save up a significant amount of money. 12 days, I've saved over $100. In 1 week, I saved $100. That's how I know that 12 days has been more than $100. Well, saved, because really I'm not really saving it. I'm just telling myself that I'm spending more than I am, and I have less money than I do. Like right now on my phone, it says I've got X amount of money, when in actuality I have X amount of money plus like $200. But I don't count that $200 because I'm going solely off of the notepad on my phone that every time I spend money, I spent $4 at Target today because Target is within walking distance, and I bought a 2-liter squirt and a bag of Sour Patch Kids because reasons. And I spent about $4. I put in there, I spent $5. You know, it's not that hard. And then pocket change, and then that'll eventually become laundry money. Yay, free laundry money. Yay, money saving tips. So I mean, like stuff that's online, like surveys that you get paid for, I'm not really about that, because honestly with taking surveys and stuff online, you're just as likely to get a virus and other stuff like that. But this is honestly an easy way, and it's also similar to like eating when they say portion control. You know, if you're on a diet, just do portion control, count calories, that kind of stuff. It's really similar to that. So once you just tell yourself to start doing it, it's really easy to continue. I mean, I've been doing it for barely over a week, and it's already a habit. Like I said, I've been doing this only in the 12 days that I've been here in the LA area. It's working for me. It'll probably work for you. Just start off with an estimate from your bank account real time, and then from there just keep it in a notepad on your phone, or just keep an actual notepad in your pocket if you don't have a phone, I guess. But yeah, so you had $900 and you want to say that, I just spent 75, just erase the 900 and type 825, or you can even write, like if you're trying to keep track of every single thing, grocery shopping, $75 with a minus sign, and then under that make it like a big old subtraction problem if you want, just so you know what you spent all that money for. But honestly, I think it's a good solid way of making money. Well, not making money, but you know what I mean. It works for me. It'll probably work for you, because honestly, I'm not the most committed person to everything that I do. And if it worked for me, someone who's not always committed, if you actually try, it'll definitely work for you, is what I'm trying to say. So with that tip, and with all the other junk I talked about, have a good one, and thanks for watching this episode of Sky Factory. So yeah, see ya.